2,000 years ago, I fought my way out of that cave, became Iron Man. Realized I loved you. I know I said no more surprises, but I was really hoping to pull off one last one.
The world has changed. None of us can go back. All we can do is our best. And sometimes the best that we can do is to start over.
I saw all these people die. I keep telling everybody they should move on. Some do, but not us.
Even if there's a small chance, we owe this to everyone who's not in this room to try.
We will. Whatever it takes. Whatever it takes.
Whatever it takes.
Whatever it takes.
I like this one.
Hey, what's up guys, it's Aladdin. We finally got an official trailer for Avengers Endgame, which has a ton of new footage that we have to break down. Before I get started though, if you haven't subscribed yet, please do. It definitely helps out the channel grow and lets others like you stay tuned with the latest shows and movies. Avengers Endgame is just around the corner and we still don't know that much about it, which is why I'm so excited about that. Now don't get me wrong, we know what happened in Avengers Infinity War, and if you haven't watched it yet, well I suggest pausing this video then and watching it, because most of the stuff that I will be talking about won't make sense to you and it will most likely just spoil everything for you. It's probably been a few years now since the devastation that Thanos did in Avengers Infinity War when snapping his finger and wiping out 50% of all living creatures. I believe the time frame from Infinity War to Endgame might be a year or two, maybe even a few months since the whole outcome. I'm not quite sure which time frame it is, but it would definitely be around that ballpark of 1 to 2 years. This trailer does pack in some new footage and does showcase some story arcs that we will see unfold when Endgame premieres next month. But enough of me talking now and let's get into this breakdown. We see the first seconds showcase Iron Man's Mark 1 suit from the first Iron Man. We see Tony laying in the middle of the desert, which are scenes from the first Iron Man as well. We hear Tony Stark in the background saying, "It seems like 1,000 years ago I fought my way out of that cave, became Iron Man." And then it transitions into that shot where he's talking to his helmet far into the galaxy, which is the same shot that we got in the last Endgame trailer, which was showcasing him talking to his helmet, sending one last message to Pepper Potts. We get another shot of the present that Miss Potts gave Tony back in the first Iron Man, also hearing Captain America in the background saying, "Realized I loved you," which I'm assuming he might be talking about his lost love from the first Captain America, Peggy Carter. And then it transitions into Miss Potts holding Tony's helmet next to her head, which was seen in Iron Man 3. Then we get another recent shot of Tony stuck in the middle of the galaxy from the destruction of Infinity War, hearing him say, "I know I said no more surprises, but I was really hoping to pull off one last one." He might be talking about Miss Potts here, but we aren't quite certain because the dialogue could refer to anything. We get a shot of Captain America, the first Avenger, when Cap was heading to get recruited into the army. We hear Miss Carter in the background say, "The world has changed," with a shot of the younger version of Cap staring at the poster of soldiers. We see similar shots that we got from the last teaser with the Statue of Liberty and Cap, which seems like he's in some group counseling right now. We get a shot of our boy Hawkeye teaching his daughter how to shoot a bow, which I'm guessing they're showcasing these scenes with his daughter because Thanos most likely ended up killing his family, which which ties into the next shot of Hawkeye, who is Ronin now, a cold ass samurai assassin. So now we'll definitely see Barton go apeshit, because the last time we saw him back in Avengers Age of Ultron, he did tell the Avengers that he did want to retire from all this superhero stuff. We also see Black Widow with him, which looks like she came to comfort him and let him know that he's not alone in this. She also mentions that they will get revenge for what Thanos has done to his family. We see a shot of Captain America carrying Miss Carter's casket to her funeral. We get a shot of Asgard and Thor and his late father Odin, which seems to be the first Thor. Then we see Thor again, but this time watching as all the other heroes die right in front of him. We hear Captain America in the background saying, "I keep telling everyone they should move on, some do, but not us." Then we transition into the scene with Captain America and Black Widow. What's interesting about this shot is that Black Widow has longer hair as well as this darkish red ombre color. This might indicate what I said earlier, that it might have been like 1 or 2 years since Infinity War happened, because no way in hell did she grow hair that fast in a short time period. We see a little shot of Bruce here, which seems to be the same shot as the previous teaser trailer. We also see Ant-Man in the streets here, which looks like he's heading to the Avengers headquarters from the looks of it. I'm not quite sure exactly, but also if you look closely in the background, you can see a dog's waiting on the front porch waiting for its owner. That just gives you a prime example of what everything Thanos did. We get a new shot of the Quinjet, which looks like it might be Black Widow in there heading towards Tokyo to perhaps get Clint Ronin to comfort him and all. We see Black Widow and Ronin together, which seems like they're in the Quinjet waiting for something to happen. It's hard to tell exactly just because we don't have a lot happening in the background right now. You can also see her darkish orange red hair color in this scene better. We see Ronin running away from what looks like some sort of explosion in a ship or even a tunnel. What I want to know is, what is that around his arm that's glowing? We see Rocket and War Machine teaming up here. They might even be in a battle due to the background right now. I'm just quite curious to see how their relationship will be and how they operate together. We see a beardless Captain America here, which looks like he might be talking to Ronin in this scene. But yo, look at that haircut though. Not gonna lie, that shit clean as hell. We get another shot of Ant-Man, which seems like he's with the other Avengers now. We see Thor looking all mighty and shit while holding his new weapon Stormbreaker that he got back in Infinity War. This shot is dope as hell considering he can finally attract lightning like it's nothing to him. We see Nebula going all psychotic as shit, which looks like she might be in Titan right now. It's hard to tell exactly from the background, but it does look similar to it if we base it off Infinity War and all. We see Ronin again, which seems to be the same shot where he was running away from the explosion. We see Black Widow getting in some nasty ass shots at the shooting range in the Avengers headquarters. You know damn well she gonna be putting in that work against Thanos if she ain't missing that bullseye once. We get a new shot of Captain America, which looks like he's wearing his suit from the second Captain America film. It seems like he might also be in Titan in this shot considering he looks all fucked up and beaten right now. We know the actor Chris Evans, who plays Captain America, hinted at hanging up the suit for Cap, but supposedly those were all just rumors and all. We see Ant-Man flying around all miniature size doing some crazy parkour stunts. It'll be quite interesting to see how he plays in the latest Avengers film, considering this will be his first time with all the Avengers. We get the same scene where we saw Tony back on the spaceship stuck in the galaxy from the last teaser. And then finally we get our big scene where we see all the remaining Avengers together. Captain America, Nebula, Ant-Man, Ronin, War Machine, Iron Man, Black Widow, with Bruce Banner, Thor, and Captain America presumably flanking around. Which in this case, if you didn't know, rumors had suggested that the cast would be getting a new outfit for this latest Avengers film, and I guess the rumors are true because what you see here is the quantum realm suits that will allow the heroes to travel back in time. I'll definitely make a separate video on this just because there's a ton of information on just the suits and what it could truly mean for all the characters. But obviously we're not done there. This would not be a Marvel film if they didn't add one more scene after the credit scene. We finally see Thor and Captain Marvel together, and Thor tries to either impress or intimidate her by calling Stormbreaker to him. As it comes to him, not a single flinch from Captain Marvel, where then he replies, "I like this one," and then starts smiling looking at Black Widow and War Machine. This all seems to be happening right after Infinity War, considering Black Widow still has her blonde hair. Plus we know Captain Marvel got a distress signal from Fury before he died, so that would only mean that she came right away to help and fight Thanos. This trailer showcased a few new scenes as well as scenes that were in the previous trailer. I definitely like how Marvel is doing this so far, not showing much new scenes but still providing us footage that will get us all hyped and talking. We know Nebula and Iron Man came back to Earth since we saw them with the other Avengers wearing the quantum realm suits, as well as seeing Hawkeye become Ronin now. The main reason for that is mainly since he lost his family and all, which has made him drop his superhero identity and just go dark. We also saw Black Widow with the color hair change, which can simply mean time has definitely passed significantly since Infinity War, which like I said earlier, maybe 1 or 2 years now. We also saw Cap beardless here. I don't know if he'll die in this movie, but I have a strong feeling something will happen to his character when Endgame comes out. Overall, I don't want to make this video too long because if I did, it'd be like a half-hour video of me just talking about every little detail in this trailer and etc. But like I said, I'm glad we got new footage that really didn't expose anything new or major. I want that to be a surprise for when the fans go and see it in theaters. I'll make a more in-depth video on some of the characters as well as a prediction video on what I hope to see in Endgame. Overall, how did you guys feel about this latest trailer? Did it live up to the hype or was it just okay? How do you guys think everything will play out when Nebula and Iron Man arrive back on Earth? Also, what do you guys think about Captain Marvel joining the Avengers now? Leave all your comments in the comments section and let me know what you guys thought. I'm quite curious to see what you guys have to say. I want to say thank you all for watching, and if you haven't already, hit that like button if you enjoyed today's video, and don't forget to subscribe if you haven't by now. If you don't mind, share the video if you thought it was good and want others to see it. Watch my other videos containing Avengers Endgame in the next video. Thank you all once more, and I'll see you guys in the next video. See ya.